Bayern Munich are currently at the top of the group heading into match day 3 where they will take on Benfica in Lisbon. This should be a very exciting game, so let's get right into it. Welcome to Talking Bayern, the one-stop shop for Bayern Munich content on YouTube. Today we'll be doing a match preview of Benfica and Bayern Munich in for their Champions League game on Wednesday. So as I said before, we'll be playing Benfica at the Estádio da Luz in Lisbon, Portugal. And actually, Benfica's been pretty impressive so far in this group stage. Benfica tied Dynamo Kiev on match day 1. Probably not the result they were hoping for. But then Benfica smashed Barcelona 3-0 on match day 2. And they didn't even allow a single shot against. So I know Barcelona is not quite as good as they used to be, but still very, very impressive feat beating 3-0 from Barcelona. I'm sure that's one they heavily celebrated. And honestly, they have 4 points. We are at 6 heading into this match day. So anyone could be at the top of the group at the end of the day. I do believe it'll be Bayern, but we'll get into that in a bit further. Benfica isn't just doing well in the Champions League. They're also first in the Premier League in Portugal with a 7-0-1 record. They just lost their last game this weekend, but still very hot, a very informed team, and something that Bayern Munich is going to have to watch out for. They have a pretty respectable squad, so we can't underestimate this team. Bayern, of course, is coming off a huge 5-1 win over Bayer Leverkusen, and the boys are feeling hot, and I think we're going to be really excited and heavily favored going into this match. For predicted lineups for Wednesday's match, for Bayern Munich, I'm going to go Neuer as our goaltender, and at the back I'm going to go Lucas, Upamecano, Süle, and Pavard. And there was a lot of guessing I did in here. Davies, of course, is out due to muscular issue that he suffered against Leverkusen. He also came back a little bit injured from the CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers, so he's definitely not ready to play. And Lucas Hernandez is expected to play despite appearing in court and still sentenced to prison in just a few days now. So it looks like Bayern Munich's going to make the most out of him until that whole situation blows up or ends. We'll see what happens. But if Lucas isn't in there, I do suspect maybe Stanisic. I could also see Süle playing at right back. I could also just see Pavard being replaced for Stanisic. There's really a lot that we can do here. So this is probably the least confident I've been in kind of my defenders lineup for a game, but this is what I think we're going to go with. In the midfield, I'm going to go with Kimmich, Muller, and Goretzka. I don't see Sabitzer starting this one. This is going to be a harder matchup for sure. I would think that if we're going to rest anybody, it would be this weekend in our next matchup. Maybe we rest Kimmich and put in Sabitzer. So we'll see what happens, but I do think Kimmich, Muller, and Goretzka in the midfield. And up top, I expect Musiala, Lewandowski, and Gnabry. This is a bit of a bold one just because Musiala has been on the bench so much recently, and Nagelsmann just said that he's not a fully trained athlete yet, so he definitely wants Musiala to develop and not overload him. But still, it's been a lot of games since Musiala has started one, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Musiala in the starting lineup over Leroy Sané or Serge Gnabry. As for my Benfica prediction, this of course will be less accurate. Is it a Portuguese team? So I'm just going off other sources. I do not know too much about this team, but I do expect Vlachodimos in goalkeeper. At the back, I do expect them to run a 5-back with Grimaldo, Vertonghen, Otamendi, Versimo, and Gonçalves. So definitely some names that we know there. Grimaldo, Vertonghen, and Otamendi, I'm sure most of you will know. So there are some, there's some definitely good, solid defenders in this lineup. In the midfield, João Mario and, of course, Julian Weigl. I'm sure many of you will know that name as well. And up top, pretty solid forwards as well. Nunes, Yaremchuk, and, of course, Rafa Silva, who plays for the Portuguese national team. So definitely a strong lineup. This is definitely a third strongest team in this group behind Barcelona. Of course, they did beat Barcelona, but this is a much stronger side than Dynamo Kiev, just for reference, as of course they are winning the Portuguese league, which is a quite competitive league. So just some fun facts and insights. Benfica have never beat Bayern in any of their 10 UEFA European meetings, so whether that be the European Cup, Champions League, Europa League. So we've actually drew them 3 times, and of course we beat them the other 7 times. Bayern last played Benfica in the Champions League in the 2018-2019 season. For those who remember, we beat them twice. Bayern's 8 unbeaten matches against Benfica in the European Cup/Champions League is the joint most by a team against any opponent since the tournament began in 1955. Bayern are on a record 19 matches away Champions League unbeaten run. So crazy, crazy stats. 15 wins and 4 draws in our last 19 matches on the road, which is a crazy, crazy stat. We've netted 54 goals in this time. Since that 3-0 loss to PSG in 2017. And actually, crazy enough, 35% of Bayern's goals in this time have been scored by none else but Robert Lewandowski. Of course, there aren't just good stats for Bayern, there are also good stats for Benfica. So Benfica have kept a clean sheet in their last 3 Champions League games. It's their longest joint run in the competition. So the 3 clean sheets for them, definitely, as I said, they have definitely a strong defense, something that will be hard to break down, but I do expect us to be able to score just because of how great of offense we do have. So since the start of last season, Bayern have averaged more goals, 3.2, and have a higher expected goals tally, or XG, per game at 2.6 than any other team in the Champions League. So we are scoring at a tremendous rate. We are not just getting lucky because, of course, our XG is the highest as well, and we also have the highest shot conversion rate in this period. I definitely think we are the strongest team in the world in the last 3 years, especially with the downfall of Real Madrid. They've kind of plateaued out, obviously, after losing Ronaldo. They've kind of came back down to earth after winning that three-peat. And I do think we can emerge ourselves and become, the top team in Europe year after year. Maybe not winning it, but I definitely think we should be going back, making the semifinals at least every year, and, contending for titles. I don't see why we couldn't win, at least 2 in the next 5 years. We have a very, very strong team. It's just going to be depth and, retaining that talent that will come in that way. As for my players of the match to look out for this game, for a player to watch out for Bayern, I'm going to go with Serge Gnabry. Serge Gnabry has been red hot coming off the break with the international break with Germany, and he's been very, very good in recent games across the season. So I really do think that he is one of our top talents right now. He continues to be season after season. I do think he's just quite a big threat in Champions League especially, and I do expect him to get at least a goal on Wednesday, if not be a very large part of the offense on Wednesday night. My player to watch out for on Benfica will be Rafa Silva on their right wings or / right mid. Obviously, Rafa Silva has a lot of pace and a wicked shot, so I think Lucas Hernandez on left back is going to be well suited to defend Rafa Silva. Obviously, it would be great to have Davies there with a bit more pace to defend Silva, but I still think Hernandez will do a good job, but still, Silva can do damage. We have to look out for that. So for my prediction for Wednesday's match, I'm going to go with a 3-0 win for Bayern. I do expect us to be able to get a few goals past them, and I do see them having a bit of a harder time to score just, with Bayern's strong defense, as long as, we do put out a strong 4 back. But still, I wouldn't, be surprised to see them score a goal. I don't see them really scoring 2. I think that would be quite a defensive collapse if we were to concede 2. Maybe they score 1, but still, I do think we are the better team in this situation. Even though we are on the road, I do think we'll come away with this one. So 3-0, 3-1 win for Bayern is kind of what I expect to see. Obviously, I would love another high offensive, masterclass from the team, but I have to need to be realistic, and obviously they are a strong squad. They just beat Barcelona 3-0, and they are top of their league as well. So they're going to want to come out, and I think they're going to really try to push for this second seed in our group. Of course, Barcelona have 0 points at the moment. They are, of course, going to play Dynamo Kiev, and I'm sure they're going to get 3 points there. But still, if Benfica gets another draw here or somehow pulls off a win, that is bad news for Barcelona. And they should be seriously concerned of going out to the next stage of the Champions League if they cannot get a win against Dynamo Kiev. I'm very excited for this one. This will, of course, mark the halfway stage of the Champions League once this match is concluded. Hopefully, we come out strong with 9 points and still an invincible record. We have a lot of stats and records going on at the moment, so I'd love to keep those up and, set the bar for records going forward. But really excited for this one. Hope to see you all in the next one. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and a comment. And if you want to see more Bayern Munich content in the future, make sure to subscribe. I've been getting some tremendous support on this channel recently, so I want to make sure that you guys all know how appreciative I am of your support. Hope you're all having a great day. Until next time, Mia Samia.